Oh, here we go. Look, District Deputy Grandmaster's Handbook. I've shown this many times, right? Okay. This is directions and orders, what they pass out in the lodge, okay? But this is the important thing. If you don't think they try to control your schools, here it is in black and white, okay? Look, the operation and control of our Texas public schools has been delegated to local school boards and officials by citizens, which they call obviously the profane, which is us, of a given community. If we are to maintain the control and operations of our schools, see, their schools, they think your public schools is their schools, you see, then we must be informed concerning their needs and local problems. If we fail as citizens to support our schools locally, then someone else will do it. See, they don't want the profane doing it, because then they can't dumb your kids down. Do you see what I mean? And make them too smart, so they will rebel and go against these people. Keep dumbing them down, and then no one will say anything. Therefore, my fraternal request is that you take active part in this 33rd, remember 3-3, annual observance of Public School Week in your community, and in so doing, visit the schools. Do you know what I mean? And then you got the, obviously there is directions, but this is orders from them. Do you know what I mean? I'm not making it up. District Deputy Grandmaster's Handbook, and he passes this, look, day-to-day responsibilities, your administrative details. Do you know what I mean? These are the orders, but I'll read that again for you. The operation and control of our Texas public schools. Now, just because it says Texas, it's every local school. Every public school is controlled by Freemasonry running the board. That include hospital boards and every other sort of board you can think of. They run and control it all, and they make sure every time the only people getting in to control any type of board is Freemasonry. Yeah. Anyway, schools, and has been delegated. See, look, it has been delegated to a local school boards and officials by the citizens of a given community, which is the profane, you see, and they don't like that. They don't want that. Do you know what I mean? So the orders are, if we are to maintain control and operations of our schools, do you see what I mean? Even though they're public, they're our schools, then we must be informed concerning their needs and local problems. If we fail as citizens to support our schools locally, then someone else will do it. You see what I mean? They don't want anyone else doing it. They want to do it. They want to keep control of all boards. Do you know what I mean? Hospital boards, school boards, old people's homes, the lot. Therefore, my fraternal request is that you take active part in this 33rd annual observance of Public Schools Week in your community, and in so doing, visit the schools. So they've all got a direction to visit the schools, represent themselves, blah, blah, blah. But no profane person is thinking this. Do you see what I mean? What profane person is getting orders or directions to do any of this? No one. Nada. And then if we come to here, look, just to finalise this book, I've got this book already up on the thing anyway, but look, we thought there was just a Grand Master. There is actually, look, the Grand Officer resumes their respective stations around the model of the lodge, and Grand Marshal, yeah. Now, a Marshal, again, we're talking about armies. You've got a Field Marshal. Do you know what I mean? Field Marshal of War. This is the Grand Marshal shall deliver the cups of wine to Grand Senior Warden, who presents it to the Grand Master, saying, do you see what I mean? The Grand Marshal basically is just like a Field Marshal. Most worshipful Master, and then he goes on to speech. Wine, the emblem of refreshment, having been used in our ancient brethren in a dedication to their temple. And then it goes on and on and on. And then Deputy Grand Masters, do you know what I mean? Grand Chaplains, do you know what I mean? And it goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? But they have Grand Marshals, you see, and that's just all about ranks, and you've got to do as you're told or you're going to get in trouble. But that's them from there. This is why they control your schools, they control your school boards, they control your hospital boards. Any board that's to do with the public, us, the profane, they control it. Same as your councils, do you know what I mean? They control all your councils, all your police force, do you know what I mean? If there's a supposed to be a private independent group, that deals with complaints, they make sure they control it, because then they can shush and shut up things down. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's about, you know. Control it all. Doesn't matter what it is. Anyway, there we go. The Deputy District Grounds Master's Handbook, you know. There he is. Buddy, baby. Buddy Bacchus. You know what I mean? Anyway, have a great day. But look, this is what they're doing. Look, you see, look. See? All directions, what they have to follow. You know, orders from the Marshal, the Grand Marshal. But look at that, look, see? See? And there you go. Anyway, have a great day, folks. I'm sure they'll be controlling our schools for the next 50 years and more. You know what I mean? And dumbing them down even worse. Oh, and let's not forget, they'll be teaching them with the transvestite teacher who we wear sitting at the desk with his suspenders and crotchless knickers teaching your kids. It's all fine, don't worry. They're all Freemasons, to be trusted.